Today is May 4th, 2025. I am 19 at the moment, and in 27 days, I will have been on this earth for 2 decades. Today is simply just a breathing moment as I'm seeing the response to me posting whatever I've been posting about my journey to 20 for the past 3 days. If I were to rate how I feel on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the most calm and at peace, and 10 being the most rage, and with feeling of sadness, I would say I'm still at like an 8, maybe even an 8.1. For today, I've seen that some people have subliminally found me doing this as something cringy, or have found me doing this as the need for attention, or that I'm just being weird about everything that's going on. I like to say that those examples are merely why people don't talk about what they're going through and prefer to go through it alone. Things like those are why people shut down their emotions and become the type of people to go in other spaces and make them feel bad about themselves. Those are the type of people that create a society where being vulnerable is hard. And because we lack vulnerability for so many years, we build these false narratives of what everyone else has to be. For myself and myself only is where I speak my experiences from. Everything that I say and how I process things are my perspectives of life. And I decided to talk about it because I don't see it talked about a lot. And if I do, it feels very animated or very non relatable. It feels like that person that's speaking, they have their life together, or like everything is just edited together to like only show the good parts. And even though that may not be what it seems sometimes, that's how it feels and how it looks. I don't want to talk too much off the topic of what I originally created this breather video for, so if you're somebody who decided to press a video and felt like that I was in the need to seek attention from the situation that I'm going through, or, you know, in the need to try and gain some type of empathy or sympathy or whatever you want to call it, feel free to not watch, listen to the video, or continue to, because this is merely just my journey of trying to express how I feel, because I feel like someone who feels the exact same way feels like they're going through it alone. Majority of the reasons why I felt like when situations happen to me that I was alone is because no one talks about it. Majority of the reasons on why I felt like I wasn't going to be okay is because I didn't know what I was feeling, because no one talks about like having the feeling that you don't know if you're mad, sad, angry, or like upset. Like everyone wants you to just express what feeling you have, and you literally can just say I don't know. It feels like all of that and just a ball of anxiety. Or if you do try and talk about it, you feel guilty, or like everyone is judging you for the choices you made. And I know everyone says that, oh, well, there's people who talk about mental health on the internet, and there's people that do, try to give advice, and therapists and things like that. I feel as if those are all acceptable reasonings. And me recording, these are just a part of my personal growth. And I just happen to decide that if it comes 20 years later from now, I will have an outlet that I can go back and view my own personal growth. And maybe my daughter would want to one day, or even my son would want to one day, and maybe my siblings would want to one day. Because it's hard for people right now in my life to know what's going on with me when they're not always around. So feel free to say that I need attention, because maybe that is an underlying perception. Feel free to say that this is cringe. That is fine. I thought it was cringe and I was shaking when I uploaded the very first video. Feel free to say whatever negative or positive thing about it, but I know what I want to gain from doing all of this, and I know the growth that I want to see for myself. I just so happen to be one of the people who I see it as was okay with broadcasting it, because I feel like I hide a lot of myself in life and only show the greater good parts. But I know I'm going to look back on this and say that I did my best, and that there was a place of vulnerability with myself, to myself. And when I posted this to the world, I guess, or whoever sees it, that's all I have to say on this. And tomorrow I want to talk about what I've been speaking into my life.